Oh yes, look at that magnificent wall. Isn't that something special? Yes, we have done some work on the wall. It is all complete all the way around, which is crazy. I didn't take too much more time, but yeah, I got some andesite and got to it and got it all done. But yeah, welcome back everybody to the SMP server with the boys. Today I have something very special planned. I want to start getting organized. I want to start putting these copper golems to work. So I'm going to build a sorting system for our mega base, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, if we just go up here, I'll quickly show you guys how I kind of have this planned out in my head. Okay, that's probably far enough. Okay, so see how that has a slight line there? That's going to be a wall as well that goes around the entire perimeter of the circle on the inner side, right? So that'll make this like a thicker wall that you could run around the whole thing. Then there's going to be entrances coming out of, I haven't decided, I think it might just be two sides. That's how I think I'm going to do it. I think it's going to be this side and this side. And then that will kind of sink into the ground. I don't really know how to describe that any better, but yeah. And then our sorting system is going to be within those lines, but in a smaller circle as well that I haven't drawn out. But yeah, that'll be kind of about here-ish. And yeah, and that will kind of centralize this line to be our sorting system area. Now, the other thing to note is, since I've spent so much time planting seeds in my other world, I haven't had a whole lot of time to play around with the iron golem. So this is going to be a learning experience for myself as well. But I have a plan, and yeah, I think I'm going to just, execute it. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, so let's get right onto it. I have to gather up some materials for this. But yeah, I don't think it'll take me too long. And then yeah, let's see this redstone take shape. Okay, I pretty much got everything collected that we need to get this going. I just need to make a quick trip to the nether for some quartz. And okay, that was a pretty successful nether trip. Yeah, we got pretty stocked up on quartz, quite a bit. And I also swung by the nether fortress, and I grabbed 2 more skulls too. So, always got to stop in there and collect some skulls because, yeah, I want a lot of beacons for this thing. But yeah, I kind of don't want to make it a big chore later, so just slowly kind of going in there and grabbing a couple at a time is kind of a better way of doing it. So yeah, I also grabbed some blackstone for some future stuff that we're going to have planned out, and glowstone as well. So yeah, I think we got pretty much everything we need to start setting up this sorting system. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in a testing world figuring out how the system all works pretty well together. It's a module design, and yeah, I think it's going to work really well for all of our storage needs. I also spent quite a bit of time on the decorative side of it, planning out how exactly I'm going to make it look good inside the castle. So yeah, I have quite a cool plan laid out in my head and in the testing world. So yeah, now I just got to implement it into the circle. So I'm gonna go put all this stuff away and get fully organized, and then just get cracking on with it. Okay, and we have basically built the coolest thing I've ever built in this game. Yeah. Yeah, I got this design off of a video I saw on YouTube. It's just basic item sorter, and then, yeah, it goes into all these chests from the copper golems. This is a pretty cool system, and I'm pretty happy with how it fit into this area. Like, this just looks like a beast. It just looks so sick. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. And there's a ton of chests here, like a ton. So this pretty much covers all of our storage needs. I can give you guys a basic brief overview of how the farm works. So I haven't gotten the copper golems in there yet, just because I didn't want them running around and everything while I was trying to finish up this massive storage system. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get them in there, but basically they run along this line here, and then a bunch more in here, and a bunch more in there. And so this would be 4 modules, basically, to this design. But you start by putting all of your junk items into this chest here, and the copper golems will take it from there, and then try and sort it through these boxes up here, which right now all have stone in them. But this amount of stone is basically going to create an impulse back here, and if you were to change that item number, so this is to sort out stone, this first chest, because it's the same item I used to sort all the other ones. So this one would be to take out stone. So if we were to put some more stone in here, you can see that it's going to start to funnel through. But here, I'll take this out. But once it gets to 54, it stops. And then, yeah, the stone basically just goes into there. So the copper golem will grab it from here, put it into there. And then for this one, let's say we have cobblestone, and there we go. So basically just has to equal up to 54 plus 3 stacks. So this will now sort out cobblestone. So if I can grab some cobble, and now you can see when the copper golem grabs it, and obviously it's not on this one because this one's all stone, it'll go to the next one and plunk it in there, and then you can see, oh sorry, it has to be in the correct order. So the 54 item, this is going to end now on a weird note. Yeah, so let me just fix this. So yeah, you have to have the items down in this side, and then your other items would have to be, the items you want sorted out have to start up here, so it'll start by sorting those ones first instead of the stone. So yeah, as we can see, if you want me to do it again here, we'll just drop the cobblestone in, it sorts it out, and then it stops, and then it leaves that one, so it knows to sort it there. So then you can put in whatever items you want this whole way to sort out, and then once it gets down to this end, if it hasn't found that item, it will put it in this chest, and this chest will take it all the way over to here and drop it into this copper chest, and the copper golem will grab it from there and then sort it all out, so on and so forth. And then if it can't find the item in this one, it goes into this chest and then around to here, and basically the same system there, and then down goes into that one, down to here, into that chest, and then sorts out to here. And then our remaining items at the very end will all come into this chest here. So yeah, that's pretty much how the system works. Yeah, and now I just gotta decorate it. But yeah, I'm so stoked just to get the copper golems in there and get them sorting all my items, because I have all my items here, all my items over at the shack, to get in here, and then we can be organized. As you can see, like, my items are just sitting all up in here, all over the place. Yeah, so I'm ready to get organized and put all this stuff away, but that's gonna take some time for itself anyways, so I might do that just off camera. But for now, I gotta start to decorate this thing, because as cool as it looks, as just like a beast of a system, I kind of want it to, you know, incorporate into our castle design. So I have a plan of how I want to kind of decorate this, so let's jump right into it and see how we can make this beast look cool at the same time as functional. So yeah, let me get started right into building it. And alright, this is what we have come up with. Yeah, I think this is pretty good, pretty nice and homey vibe to it. I like the pillars and everything we got going on. The color schemes, everything's obviously getting oxidized over time. Once it all turns to this color, I think it'll look really good. But yeah, the only thing I'm really not a fan of is under the pillars when you run this way, the lamps. I might move those, but I'm not too sure. I like how much it's like illuminated and everything, but I just don't like how the pillar doesn't go all the way, so I might move the lamp somewhere. But yeah, the system's still functional and works really well. We can test it out here by putting all of our stuff back in. I have a lot of items on me, so there's a couple items I noticed that I don't have a sort. I might have a sorted spot for armor stands, but I'm not entirely sure. But pretty much, and then obviously something like this too, where it's one stage of oxidization. It can't sort that, but everything else, I think I have levers in there, but it's no big deal if it doesn't sort, because it'll just come out at the end, down at this one, because I still don't have it. It'll just pool down here because I still don't have it connected to this module, but that's for later. But anyways, yeah, everything's getting oxidized and turning to look nice. Yeah, the only thing left is down at these corridors, I'm going to have multiple different rooms. So in these 4 different corners, in each one, I'm going to have a different room coming out of this corridor, and then it'll be kind of tucked behind back here. As you guys can see, I'm kind of stockpiling up the cacti right now. I'm going to make a farm for that, and I think that's what I'm going to move on to next, now that this whole area is looking good and ready to go. Well, besides the rooms and whatnot to be added in. Yeah, I need an enchantment room, a bedroom, so in each corridor, enchantment room. I think it's going to go, I don't know the layout yet. The only room I do know is going to be the transport room, which is going to go right here. And then, honestly, I think bedroom's going to go here. Extra storage room is going to go right here. And then enchanting room is going to go over where these extra copper golems are. But the transport room is going to be located here. And what that is going to be like a tunneling system of minecarts that are basically going to be transporting me over to the industrial area or items back and forth. I'm going to set up both, like a personal railway and then also an item railway. And that'll be connected through a room right here. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for this area. It's looking super good. And then when I build the tower up for the centerpiece, I'm going to leave these open here so you can kind of fly and swoop in. And then same from this direction. I'll have like an opening kind of in the design, and you can fly and then swoop into land. So that'll all be incorporated into it. But yeah, this is looking really good so far for a start to this base, but I'm pretty stoked on it. I'm really happy how it works. It is a little slow. I tried putting 2 iron golems in there to speed it up, which I thought would have worked great, but the issue is they kind of run into each other and then they get stuck and they can't pass each other. So unless I bring this out to be like 2 blocks wide, I think I'm kind of just stuck with the one for now. But you know what? As long as I don't have to manually sort the items, then it's a good system in my books. So I'm pretty happy with all this, and like the design and everything. I'm really liking how it's all coming together. So yeah, on to the next thing, which is gonna be this cactus farm. Yeah, I need the dye from the cactus to make green concrete for more of the design elements. I want it behind this stuff, and yeah, to add some green into the build. But yeah, I need to set up a cactus farm, so let's move on to that now. I'm just gonna put it over somewhere in the industrial hole, I guess we could call it. But yeah, somewhere up in there. Yeah, adding to the farms. So let's move on to that now. And would you look at that? We now have a big cactus farm. That is awesome. It is, I believe, 6 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 layers. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty efficient. Yeah, I have to start editing this video, so let me go AFK for like an hour and see what our results will be. Okay, I'm back from a little editing session. And yeah, let's check out our results. It was a bit more than an hour. I did disconnect once, and then I hopped back on, so I can't even tell you how long I was gone. But yeah, that's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good. It doesn't need to be super fast, because it is cactus, and it's just gonna run in the background, but to get us going, that's I'm happy with that. That's good. So pretty happy with this farm, and it looks good, and it's gonna fit in nice to into our area. Yeah, so this has been a success, and along with our storage system, that was a big win. I'm super happy on how all of that turned out. It just looks really good. And yeah, and it's gonna continue into some future projects for this mega base, and it's all just coming along very nicely. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put all this together today, and I will catch you guys in the next SMP video. So see you guys later.